What's up, my friends? Let's make some lineups for Thursday Night Football right here, right now. Let's go. Today, I'm going to be using TeamReserveFall.com projections, tools, models, everything, core pick. Going to be looking at Thursday Night Football. Slight look ahead for week 2, Sunday. Saturday morning, you'll see the lineup building stream. Do not miss that. You're going to want to be a part of it. Made some money with that one last week. Cashed out one of my Millie Maker lineups. If you want access to all the projections and premium tools and content, including $20 credit to use on FantasyCruncher.com, you can use promo code 5. That's it. FIVE. It's less than $5 for a full month of coverage of DFS support. Less than $5, promo code 5. Let's go. All right, so I'm looking at the teamreserveFall.com homepage. You can see all sorts of player news here from our blurbs. Down here, the premium tools. Automated projections now, my friends. Projections are 100% automated every 5 minutes. So please, you can just see, look, last update, 9:45. My time of my video, you can't see it, is 9:48 a.m. as my recording. I'm simply going to go to Draftkings. I'm going to download. So now I've downloaded my projections. I'm going to slide over to Fantasy Cruncher, and you will see me upload them. Coming up to the top here on FantasyCruncher.com, which you get access to as one of my members for less than $5 in the first month. I clicked Upload File, grabbed it from my desktop. I'm going to click Skip All. Right now, all I want to add are the projections. Can I add other things? Sure. But right now, just projections for me. I'm going to upload, and boom. We don't care about this. This is just kicker names. No kickers are needed for Sunday main slate. Now, I've got all these players in here. I'm going to go to the slates and games, and I'm going to click the 9/17, 1 p.m. if that's how I was going to make my lineups. And I have my projections included right there, this column, my projection on FantasyCruncher.com. You can download projections for DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo, PrizePicks, and Underdog as we're working to create some of these for Underdog. PrizePicks have already been created if you want to play on PrizePicks. NFL Study Hub is here and will be updated every single week for every single position, snap shares, touches, targets, fantasy points for FanDuel and DraftKings, all sorts of different filters you can use to do all your research. You can look up all their stats. You can look up their stat projections. You can look at all the Vegas implications. You can filter out different games. If you're just researching Thursday Night Football, that's how you do it. You would click the Thursday game time, bang, you do all your research. Hey, look at this. I can see that in the first week, Jordan Addison had a 56% snap share. He had 6 targets, garnered 16.1 fantasy points on DK, 14.1 half point per reception site like FanDuel, so on and so forth. I'm not using that today, but you get access to that as a member, less than $5, promo code 5. GPP cores, you can see how they go, how we put them in. You can make your own lineups using our cores. The teams we're stacking or the games we're stacking every week. But again, all I'm using right now is going to be the projections. All right, so I know you're here for Thursday Night Football, so let's go ahead and slap that up on the screen. First thing I like to do is I'm going to go to my captain spot. I'm going to uncheck all players, okay? I just want to start with a blank slate. Now I'll select the players I want to use in my captain spot tonight, and I'm going to start fiddling around with the exposure cap, and I'll explain that in a second. Of course, I'm going to be including Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, TJ Hawkinson, and that is about it. I know they're the highest priced players. I'm not looking at including these guys. It's tough, right? DeAndre Swift barely touched the ball. Rashad Penny's also going to be active tonight, as I just saw on the TeamReserveFall.com player blurbs. So I don't feel confident about that. Dallas Goedert does not have the ceiling I need. Only had 1 target in week 1. KJ Osborne and Jordan Addison both had decent snap share, both had decent targets. Maybe they're in play. You know, you get that 175-yard touchdown from KJ Osborne, and all of a sudden you're cooking. I'm going to go with these guys, and I'll just get more exposure to some of those other players in the rest of my flex spot. But I digress. We're going to keep on going here, and I'm going to move over to some of these other spots after I look at my settings. So for a showdown slate, if I'm making a single lineup, none of this matters. If I'm doing MME, maybe 20 to 150 lineups across different tournaments or in a tournament alone, well, then this does matter to me, and I'm going to set a different exposure. I'm going to set different uniques and change those around. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a single entry, and I will look through how those look if I were to have each of these players as a captain one time each. So go down here, click one lineup using my projections. How do the organic team rise or fall projections look, creating a single lineup? That's called an optimal lineup with Jalen Hurts. Let's look. All right, so I wanted to show this one thing before we crunched out a lineup. I went over to my flex spots. I removed some of these guys, Jalen Naylor, Trey Sermon, so on and so forth, based on the Study Hub snap percentages. So I went position by position. You could also just click all positions, sort by team. I have Minnesota right here, and I was looking at who didn't get any snaps. So guys like Jalen Naylor, even though a model might predict a little bit there because potentially is supposed to get a little playing time, I removed them. I don't want access to them in my lineups. So I only went with players I know I'm going to be getting some snaps. Let's crunch out an optimal lineup. And here's your first optimal. We have Jalen Hurts, Goddard, and Swift included for Philly. Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, of course, I hope they're in there. And then Ty Chandler, who is the second string running back for Alexander Madison. The type of play I actually really like for Showdown slates, these guys who could get in their Vultra touchdown. Maybe Madison rolls an ankle or is tired or something, and he gets a little bit extra playing time, right? And then bang, you've got a 6-pointer for a 1-yard touchdown run, or maybe he gets 8 touches in the second half in a blowout. I don't know. Whatever it is, these types of very low-owned plays for a large tournament, for a Showdown slate, I actually really like. So there you go. You got Jalen Hurts as the captain. Let's crunch out another lineup. We're going to go over to the captain spot. I'm going to uncheck Jalen Hurts, and now I'm going to check Justin Jefferson, and I'm going to recrunch and see how this looks. We had Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, KJ Osborne, Jalen, Swift, and Penny. You're going to have a very unique lineup. I don't think a lot of people will include Swift and Penny in the lineup tonight. Let's slide back up. I'm going to put Kirk Cousins as the captain. And we've got Captain Kirk, Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, my favorite stack so far. Hurts, Swift, and Penny. Now, if you're looking at this and you're like, man, I don't like it. I don't want Swift and Penny in a lineup. Let me show you how I can change that. This is totally up to you. You would go to advanced options, lineup rules, position limits. Limit the number of running backs from the same team to one player. Bang. Now, when I crunch out my optimal lineup for each player, I will no longer get 2 running backs from the same team. For instance, let's just redo the Kirk Cousins lineup. And there you go. Cousins, Jefferson, Hawkinson, Ty Chandler, Hurts, DeAndre Swift. I like that so much better. It's not even funny. So you can go through this. You can do each lineup. Of course, if you get some cheaper players, you'll start to get some bigger price players at the flex spot. You know, you get Devonta Smith. He is 13.5. So the cheapest we'll see here in a hot second is going to be TJ Hawkinson at the captain spot. So we'll plug him in, see how it looks. And then, yeah, I mean, you literally get just big names here. Jefferson, Hurts, Cousins, Swift, Chandler. They're all included. If you want to make sure we use up more of our salary, look, we're leaving $1,600 on the table. You would come back up to advanced options, general, minimum salary. Put this at whatever you want. I don't care. 49.5, just an arbitrary number for example purposes. And you crunch. And there you go. You fill out more widely used players and better names, Rashad Penny being the really pay down option, everybody else included in their own way. So hopefully this video is super helpful for week 2 Thursday night football. Again, I just used the Study Hub for the snap shares. I'm not looking at much other data. I use the projections and I uploaded into Fantasy Cruncher. What I just did on this video, you can do for less than $5 for an entire month. That will also give you access into the NBA season. That's right. NBA starts, I believe, October 10th. You'll have all of this automated projections, MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL. You'll have automated projections for all of them. And you'll have access through September 14 to October 14. If you sign up today, I believe something like that. Maybe it's a 30-day cycle, but you get access for less than $5. Promo code 5. I'll see you on the inside. Let's get paid.